Have you ever wondered whether the brightest minds of our time really look the way we imagine them? Forget the cliché of the professor in a suit writing complex formulas on a chalkboard. Reality is far more unsettling. Psychologists have discovered that extremely high intelligence is often hidden behind habits that we label in everyday life as strange, chaotic, or even rude. True intelligence is not a densely packed storage of facts. It is rather a restless, high-performance tool that scans, breaks down, and analyzes the world around us every second. Perhaps you yourself possess signs of a brilliant mind without realizing it. Perhaps what you consider a weakness in yourself is, in truth, your greatest cognitive advantage. Today, we take a deep look into the hidden psyche of the highly gifted. We reveal 10 bizarre habits that prove your brain operates on a completely different level. Prepare to question everything you thought you knew about intelligence. Imagine a party. Music, laughter, small talk. While most people thrive in this energy, something entirely different happens in the mind of a highly intelligent person. Their brain does not begin to celebrate, it begins to work, and under heavy load. The reason lies deep in biology, more precisely in the prefrontal cortex. This is the command center of your brain, responsible for planning, reflection, and complex logic. In people with extremely high IQs, this area is constantly active. It processes not only what is being said, but also what remains unspoken. Here we encounter the first paradox, the craving for privacy. Research from the London School of Economics shows something astonishing. While social interactions increase happiness for most people, life satisfaction in highly intelligent individuals decreases the more frequently they interact with friends. Why? Because every social interaction consumes valuable processing power that the brain would rather use for complex problems or creative ideas. For them, solitude is not a deficiency, but a necessary luxury to recharge the batteries of the mind. But be careful. Do not confuse this silence with shyness or arrogance. In a group, the genius is often the quiet observer. While others talk to fill the space, the highly gifted scan the social dynamics. They collect data. They analyze emotional undertones, body language, and hidden patterns. It is not passive waiting. It is active data acquisition. When they finally speak, it is not a superficial remark, but a precise, profound response that hits the essence. They do not speak much, because they communicate only when the pattern is complete. In a world that never stops talking, their silence is their sharpest weapon. Have you ever observed someone quietly murmuring to themselves while solving a problem? In our society, this is often seen as a sign of confusion or even madness. But psychology tells us the exact opposite. It is the acoustic signal of a high-performance engine. Scientists call it self-directed speech. For an extremely intelligent brain, thinking silently is sometimes not enough. When the flood of thoughts becomes too overwhelming, the brain uses its own voice as an external processor. By speaking their thoughts out loud, they force their consciousness into structure. It is as if turning a chaos of digital data into a clean, organized list. This aloud thinking greatly improves concentration and significantly strengthens working memory. Those who talk to themselves are, in reality, conducting an expert interview with their own mind. But this internal dialogue is driven by an even more powerful force: systematic curiosity. While most people simply accept the world as it is, the genius sees nothing but puzzles everywhere, waiting to be solved. It is not mere interest. It is a technical hunger. Why is the sky blue? How exactly does this small cable transmit billions of bits of information per second? Why does a crowd react in panic exactly this way and not another? For a highly intelligent mind, there are no unimportant details. Every object, every system, and every social rule is broken down into its components, analyzed, and reassembled in a vast mental archive. They are not searching for facts to memorize. They are searching for the code, for the hidden logic behind the facade of reality. It is a lifelong pursuit of the why that never ends. A machine without an off switch. One might think that a person with an extremely high IQ would consider themselves infallible. But the opposite is true. In the world of psychology, there is a fascinating phenomenon, the Dunning-Kruger effect. While people with little knowledge often overflow with confidence and believe they understand the world, highly intelligent individuals do something completely unexpected. They doubt. They are not afraid of the 3 hardest words in the world. I don't know. For a genius, this is not a sign of weakness, but of intellectual honesty. The deeper they dive into a subject, the clearer they see the vast ocean of ignorance that still lies before them. They grasp the infinite complexity of the world and understand that every answer raises 3 new questions. This humility leads to extreme cognitive flexibility. Do not imagine your beliefs as solid brick walls, but as software versions on a computer. A highly intelligent mind sees its opinion as version 1.0. As soon as new data, better evidence, or more logical arguments emerge, it clicks update without hesitation. It is not married to its ideas. It does not want to be right. It wants to find the truth. This ability to separate one's identity from one's thoughts is the true superpower of the mind. But be careful. It is not all heavy content and deep analysis. Intelligence has a wonderfully light, almost mischievous side, humor. Genuine sharp humor is actually high-performance sport for the brain. Why? Because it requires recognizing patterns, breaking expectations, and connecting completely unrelated concepts within milliseconds. When someone makes a dry, almost surreal joke that thinks 3 steps ahead, it is a direct signal of lightning-fast synaptic connections. A genius does not laugh at the obvious. It laughs at the absurd connections no one else sees. It is the release valve for a brain constantly oscillating between maximum depth and playful freedom. The world sleeps. But for us, the owls of this earth, the real journey is only just beginning. It is not mere sleep deprivation. It is a conscious decision of the brain to withdraw from the rigid rhythms of society. When environmental noise fades, a space opens that the day denies us. In the silence of the night, our mind no longer works linearly. It weaves connections between what was and what could be. We have spoken about technology, about progress and logic. But here, in the pale light of the moon, the how is no longer enough. We search for the why. It is philosophical curiosity that keeps us awake. Not the question of how a machine works, but the question of who we are within this vast system. Are we searching for recognition, or are we searching for a trace of ourselves in the infinity of time? Perhaps our existence is not a puzzle to be solved, but a process to be experienced. Every sleepless night, every deep thought is proof that we are more than mere biological functions. We are the observers of the darkness, and in accepting our own fragility, we finally find the courage to stand again in the light tomorrow, with a deeper understanding of the miracle of simply being.